Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the
TMZ Buzz,
where we recap all of the hottest stories from the week and we hear from you guys on social media.
First up, actually, tensions, as everyone knows, have been running high ever since President Trump got sworn in last Friday.
Lots of marches.
Yeah, lots of marches, protests all over the country. Shia Labeouf actually started his own protest in New York City, and it's been a 24-hour live streaming camera where he's having people say he will not divide us just over and over again.
Right, for 4 years while Trump's president.
Yeah. So this past Thursday, actually, he got arrested for an altercation during the live stream, which actually looked like it maybe took place off camera, but let's go to our news team for the story.
Hey guys, it's Dennis. So you know Shia Labeouf has been doing his protest 24 hours a day live. He got into a scuffle with somebody there. NYPD hauled him off, handcuffed him, took him to a police station. He ended up getting released after being there for a couple hours. So cops tell us what happened was the guy and Shia got into something. Shia allegedly grabbed the guy's scarf, scratched him, and then pushed him. So then the guy and his friends flagged down a cop that was right there, and then Shia ended up in handcuffs going to the station. NYPD has already been there monitoring the situation, and after this scuffle and an arrest, I'm sure they're going to be there for the foreseeable future, keeping an eye on things.
Okay, wow.
Wow, getting arrested at a protest is pretty common, but you don't usually think it's for attacking like a fellow protester.
Right.
It's kind of weird. Anyway.
Nicholas Diaz says, I'm not the biggest Shia LaBeouf fan, but he's out there trying. Good point. You gotta give Shia credit. And he's been
doing
there
something.
He's been there a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he just came the first day. I mean, he's been there, I think,
Yeah,
every day.
since the
back and
inauguration,
forth.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Aston Betts said Shia was nonviolent. You'll arrest him for verbal assault to then ignore rampant hate speech on a day-to-day basis. #FreeShia. Well, I mean, it looks like there was some sort of physical assault, but we're not 100% sure what.
Elok Itelve, however you say that name, Elok Edelve, whatever. Whenever I think we Canadians have issues, I remember Americans elected Trump. Oh, Elok.
Wow, so they're just laughing at us up there, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys still have milk in a bag. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Yes, milk in a bag and hot Trudeau. Jennifer Holmes said he got arrested for scratching a guy. Haha, that's the biggest baby that ever lived. Wah, he scratched me. Wah.
She's really making fun of that, but I will say that.
Does this hurt?
No, but you know what hurts? A paper cut. A paper cut scratch is the most painful injury one can get.
That's
so,
true. That's very
right?
good point. You
Right?
wouldn't say, "Wow, I got a paper cut," especially if it's like right here in
Oh,
between the finger. Oh my God! I can't even think about it.
Wah. Second big story of the week: Iggy Azalea gets handsy with a new man, a music producer.
Yes, we got some PDA photos of them on a boat.
Yeah, and
in Mexico.
we got a really nice glimpse of Iggy's booty, which is getting all sorts of comments.
Attention.
It's getting a lot of
but
attention.
let's go to Nikki first for the story.
Hey guys, it's Nikki. So photos surfaced today of Iggy Azalea down in Cabo San Lucas with a music producer, LJ Curry. They were all over each other, PDA Central, kissing, making out. She seems to be moving on from her breakup with Nick Young, which was last June. And also, everyone thought she was with French Montana. And I guess she's moving on from him as well. But the newsroom could not stop talking about these bikini photos of Iggy Azalea. And everyone kept talking about how her butt looked. Now, Iggy Azalea has been known for having a voluptuous figure. She's had a great body. She's been well known for her curves. And these photos probably are not the most flattering photos of her. You know, we've seen her out multiple times in multiple different bikinis. And these ones I just don't know. This is not doing her justice.
That is a lot of booty touching going on.
That's a lot.
a lot of jiggling.
There's a lot of booty to grab.
Anyway, but watch out for Regina George says, Nicki Minaj is laughing somewhere. Well, you know what? I am laughing at that handle. Watch out for Regina George.
Good.
That's your name?
That's a really good one.
Whoa, Mean Girls fan. I like it.
Well, you remember Nicki Minaj and Iggy had beef, so I think Regina George is saying that Nicki Minaj is the booty winner here. Is what
I
I'm
think so. So she's throwing shade at Iggy's booty, which is so Regina George to say that.
So Regina
I mean,
George.
whatever.
The Unknown Psycho, also a great name.
Yeah.
Says, I remember when people used to say she was the only female rapper with a real ass. LOL. That ass does look real, though.
It looks totally real, so I'm not sure what you're saying, Unknown Psycho, but you don't know a lot. Cynthia Rizzo says, I'm actually quite thrilled that she's not perfect, because no one is. She still has a great body, cellulite or not, it's all okay.
You know, most men like a little cellulite.
A little jiggle, a little softness.
I've never spoken to a man about that. That's
no.
just what I
mean,
tell myself.
I think all women are raised telling themselves that.
Everyone
we hear
loves
that,
cellulite.
right?
It's
okay.
It's
a
delightful.
good thing. Yeah.
Vanessa Mardo, how do you say that? Martaccio?
Martocchio.
Oh,
Vanessa
Maddie.
Martocchio.
Vanessa Martocchio says, this is what an all-natural big booty looks like, unless you're a fitness nut. Anything else is fake. Real donks have dimples. Fake ones are smoothed out.
That's
yeah,
very
Vanessa.
true. Even fitness nuts have dimples too, actually,
true.
because you
Even
can build
really
up the
thin,
muscle,
right.
but the texture may not change. So
Thank
there
you
you
for
go.
that science lesson,
That's science.
Kim.
Yeah.
That is
I'm in my workout clothes, so I'm like
Hospital.
ready to go today. I'm gonna work that
hospital
booty.
lingo.
SoCal Sports LA 57 says the dude looks like Nick Young.
He
oh my
does.
God.
He really does. He's really
he
like a
kind
twin
of does.
Nick
She
Young.
has a type.
Definite type.
So the next story is a little more serious. Paris Jackson. It's been in the media a ton lately. It's Michael Jackson's daughter. She's finally doing interviews and photo shoots after staying out of the limelight for a good part of her teenage years. But this past week, her Rolling Stone cover story was released, and she had some interesting things to say about her father's death. Basically saying that she thinks it was some sort of conspiracy.
Yeah, she doesn't come out and say it, but she insinuates that Dr. Conrad Murray was a patsy for someone who wanted her dad dead.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Basically saying Murray was set up because he's the one who went down for it.
right, but set up by someone that Murray would give Michael Jackson propofol and
get him hooked on it.
Right.
Despite the fact, actually, that Michael Jackson had been abusing propofol long before Dr. Murray even entered the picture.
True.
So I don't know. But this set off a huge debate online, or rekindled an old one, however you want to look
Right.
at it. But this is a firestorm.
Also would make a great Lifetime movie. Okay. Carmen Alfaro Sanchez says, sorry, but he did take medicine he shouldn't. He was a grown man and he was responsible for his actions. Sorry for the loss of your dad, Paris. He was a very talented man, but he did it to himself. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ooh, people have very strong viewpoints on this.
Yeah, and a lot of people say Michael Jackson did actually administer that fatal final shot
Right.
to himself. So I don't know what you want to believe. But Ryan Rubalcaba said he did it to himself. Again, he was an addict, and when doctors warned him to stop, he would fire those physicians and seek his addiction from other doctors. I mean, it's doctor shopping. That's what
Yeah,
that
but
is.
it's also, addiction is a very powerful thing. So Lauren Renee says, I agree with her. It's deeper than what people think. MJ did say he felt like people were trying to kill him to get a hold on his catalog. Ooh.
Wow, that's
Conspiracy
intense.
theory
Yeah, the
demons.
conspiracy theories are just running rampant
Yeah.
here.
Like I said, Lifetime movie.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Edith Lily Rose said it was either a serious oversight of his meds or was intentional. I don't blame her for being suspicious. I mean, it's also like at a point it's her father, so
Yeah.
she doesn't want to blame her own father for his
Right.
death. So there's a little of that going on, maybe.
And
I
Jennifer
don't know.
Cardenas says, she is so sweet and so humble. She was at a small venue here in town where her boyfriend's band was playing, and she was wandering around about the fair, mingling with everyone. She has such a good head on her shoulders. And she looked, might I say, amazing.
Yeah, she's got good
been
hair
looking-
on her shoulders.
Oh my
It's yeah.
God, she's been
that's
looking amazing
got a good
lately,
look going
so
on, yeah.
Best of luck to Paris.
Okay.
Woo! This next story caused a lot of heat this week. Lot of you guys commenting on this.
on our
Lahren.
YouTube, on our Facebook, everywhere. Yeah.
Tomi Lahren says the intolerant left tried to beat her ass. So we got a clip of Tomi Lahren. She's out in D.C. She was there for the inauguration, and she is trying to explain to us why she thought the crowd for the Trump inauguration was so small. And she tells our camera guy about how she was almost
Caught up in an anti-Trump protest.
almost physically attacked by anti-Trump protesters. And here's what she had to say.
Here's the problem. It was not a hospitable environment for Trump supporters. I saw so many Trump supporters that were afraid to say that they were going to the inauguration because the loving left, which is actually the unloving and intolerant left, were attacking Trump supporters.
Did you have any personal issues? Like,
well,
did anyone try to press up on
yes,
you?
I had personal issues. I was walking to the ball last night. Just an individual recognized. I had folks with the Black Power symbol on the back of their hoodies track me down, try to pound on my cab door, jump on the hood of my cab, and try to bust the windshield out because they recognized who I was. That's the loving and tolerant left, the peaceful protesters that told me that they were vowing to beat my ass.
Wow.
Testament to the character right there of the individuals we're dealing
Well,
with.
you got away safely?
Luckily I did, but you can't walk in this city right now. I hate DC. That's why I hate DC, because this is not anymore the town of Lincoln, the town of Reagan, the town of Washington. This is the town of hard left-wing activists that are out to intimidate those that are supporters of the President of the United States, and it's disgusting.
All right.
She's got some strong views on the left.
Yeah, I
doesn't
like
she?
that she made a point to say they were wearing the Black power symbol on their
Yes.
shirts.
And she also talks many times about how everyone recognized her.
Yeah, right.
Super
Made
famous.
sure to say that.
Anyway, Catherine Green says, I give her credit for at least acknowledging that the inauguration turnout was smaller than the past. Perhaps Trump and Kellyanne could take a lesson from her regarding honesty when speaking to the American people. And violence is never the answer, so she was threatened. That's inexcusable. I do believe in that. I do believe that. If she was threatened,
I
not
know,
okay.
but I love that they picked up on that, like, she finally admitted that the crowd was smaller, even though she said it, it's because of all the violence. People were afraid.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. She
But
has
hey,
she had a
admitted
reason
it,
for
so.
why it was small, but right. And it's, the left's fault, of course.
Right. Danielle Carter said she or the cab driver didn't call the police.
I think Danielle Carter might be saying she's lying. Danielle.
I don't know.
Gerard Duclair says she's full of If something like that happened, she would have reported it to the police and she'd have that all over her show. It's complete bull. If they did all that, the taxi driver would have to report the damage to his property and she would have a witness to her story. Ooh, Gerard's really breaking it down.
Wow. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. But it's also possible if you're caught up in the middle of a protest and something happens, you just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. And if there's not too much damage to the car, you might just drive on.
Right.
I don't know. Courtney Johnson said she commented that D.C. is not the same when Lincoln was in office because of the hard lefts, but Lincoln was on the left and the Confederates are on the right where her arrogant self sits.
Ooh, Courtney and her history.
She thinks that she has, Lincoln actually did start the Republican Party, so I don't know. But
I don't know
more
history.
left then. It was more left then. She thinks that she has the social right to target and criticize people who have had it harder than she has without consequence, which she says offends people of all colors and political backgrounds, so don't always jump to those damn hard lefts.
Yeah, getting a lot of, she's
Fired up
divisive,
right there.
yeah. This story. Mary Tyler Moore died. It's so sad.
So sad. She was a huge TV icon. I mean,
Yeah, she's
she
a
had
legend.
the Mary Tyler Moore show.
The Dick Van Dyke
The
Show.
Dick Van Dyke Show. She was Laura Petrie on that. I loved it so much. Mary and Rhoda, the
She
spinoff.
was America's sweetheart. She was everybody's favorite lady.
Yeah,
so.
and she died at she passed at the age of 80. She had some issues with diabetes. She was actually a spokeswoman speaking out about diabetes. So, we're not sure the exact cause of death, but she passed, and everyone, there's just been an outpouring of grief over this.
Tons of tributes, like Time to Fly 555 says, so sad, she will forever be in my heart as one of the happiest memories of my childhood. I couldn't wait to watch her show week after week and laugh with joy. God rest this beautiful icon as she will live in our hearts forever.
Amen. Amen to that. Mary shares a name with Mary Tyler Moore. Mary Schmelzer says, I don't know, a common
Also
Mary,
shares a
not
name
that
with
common.
someone else who has a last name Schmelzer.
Mary Schmelzer said, "Oh, how sad. She, Julie Andrews, and Carol Burnett were such formative female role models in my childhood. Talented and lovely woman. The world was better for having her in it."
Also, just to point out, Julie Andrews and Carol Burnett are still here.
Both still here. Hey,
they're
Carol.
not going anywhere. Ladies, stay put. Rob Murphy, oh no, she gave us a lot of laughter and will be remembered with a smile. She left a great mark on the world. So
Yeah,
true.
absolutely true. Cindy Bressler Smiley said, in 1977, I drove to Minneapolis with all my belongings in my Ford Mustang, my first job after college. I've always felt akin to Mary Tyler Moore because of this.
And
because Mary Tyler Moore show was in Minneapolis. Took
Yep,
place in
that's what
Minneapolis. Yeah, and she was like, it was actually encouraged a lot of women to go into broadcasting because there weren't a lot of women in broadcasting at that time. So.
And David Pelster said, this is the saddest thing that happened today. MTM was the best. Anyone who never saw Ordinary People should watch it. Great motion picture.
I guess I better watch it.
I think we should go back and rewatch everything Mary Tyler Moore has ever been in. That would make a great weekend.
Yes. Absolutely. But that's all we've got for you this week. Make sure to follow us on all social channels for the biggest stories throughout the week. Leave a comment yourself, and you might be seen here
on the TMZ Buzz.
See you next time.
We're TMZ. If you like our vibe, click on that button and hit subscribe. We'll send you more.